Hey, Maria with another video. I have no idea what time it is right now. The reason why is because I'm using my tablet. I just recently got this one. I bought it on Amazon about, I don't know, 4 months ago. And I think this is the first video I've done on it. I'm in a different room than I usually am. I usually am in my art room, and right now I'm in my bedroom. And so, I need to talk because obviously I'm dealing with the mental issues that I'm dealing with is causing me a lot of burnout. And I realize that's why I can't focus. I can't slip my mind off of this issue because it's the only issue. They don't understand when they put you in isolation and you don't want to deal with people because they got that perp vibe, you are pretty much by yourself, and that's not good either. So it's really, like I tell you, when they talk about how gang stalking does this to you, they're not getting, okay. They're not getting. So as I was saying in my last video about this being a form of therapy, every time I talk things out, there's more things that come to surface, more questions that I have. And like I said, the reason why is because what you guys think is nothing is a big deal to me, because if somebody threatens your life in that manner, like I said, it does have that feel like where somebody took all your assets and burned them, or they put you up against the wall with a gun in your head, to your head, or whatever. So it's exactly that way. And I understand that there are people in this group who come from fundamentalist type backgrounds where they don't understand what a woman's bitching about. They don't understand it because a lot of fundamentalist men, they do these things to their wives and they think that it's normal. And the thing is, I understand that you have your beliefs, okay, and but it is still illegal to do. And what I mean by that is, like, you take the Bible, for example. The man is supposed to be the one who's the head of the household. And in the Bible, it says that the woman's supposed to be obedient or whatever. And those are your marriage vows, okay, if that's what you choose to say. Some people want to avoid all that obey stuff. But they do, okay? And that's your religion. Okay, but that doesn't mean that a woman is supposed to be outright subservient to a man. And a lot of times these fundamentalist men twist scripture, or they use it as an excuse to abuse a woman. Okay, they're in this situation. I understand that. I'm not going to mention anyone's names because I'm just, I could. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. I just don't. I mentioned him before. But these particular fundamentalist group on the so-called Christian side, not the Jehovah's Witness Christian side, people are going to do what they're going to do. That's your choice. But when you affect my life or make decisions for me or do things behind my back or put me in situations that I didn't agree with, I mean, that angers me because I still have a choice. So, when it comes to religion, when I'm looking at these Christian religions, and people who claim to be Christian and willing to go along with something like this, it makes me hate religion even more. Because it tells me that this could be something that men do to their wives all the time in secret, and think that it's something they could get away with. Meanwhile, they can destroy a woman's life, and she may not even know what's happening to her, it's terrifying. They don't think about what kind of situation that this could put a woman in, which makes me think even more that a lot of these fundamentalist type ideas are very damaging to women. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I have respect for people who want to adhere to their Christian faith, but I also believe that there's people who use this as an excuse to abuse women. Nobody said that you're supposed to prevent women from doing things that they need to do, or prevent her from having a life. You see what I'm saying? So it's like men can use this to literally abuse women, such as the case with me, or people using religion as an excuse to do this. Like I said, your religion does not hold up in the court of law. Here in this country, you could be Jehovah's Witness, you could be a regular Christian, but you can't sit here and bring your religious ideas into the workplace. Even if the manager and the business owner are all one religion and you're the same religion or whatever. The reason why you cannot do that is because I have the right to my own religious belief. You're denying me my rights. So, I'm very fired up right now on this topic of religion and how it can damage people. And like I said, I understand that religion has done some good for some people. There's a lot of people who are very much in need of some sort of guidance, okay? And, if they find that within their congregations or something, I think then that's good. I myself have never found anything good in those. And it could very well be because I've always been followed. Like, I've always had dealt with this gang stalking issue to where these people infiltrated, like, the church services or whatever, and then ended up turning like crap. I will tell you that I honestly do when I'm telling you this, okay? When I'm talking to you about the kind of influence that this particular group has, and the very way, the fact that it comes into so many different places and people don't even question it. Like, they don't doubt that this person, they don't question to follow this person. They don't think that maybe this person's a liar or whatever. Even when I started talking about how making these videos and talking about rights and laws and I mean, the fact that I had to make over 1,000 videos for people to even start considering what I was saying and doing anything to help me is terrifying. Because I look at this as like a very strong demonic force that could grip people, and I've noticed that when I felt this strong demonic force in a lot of so-called Christian places. And like I said, I don't want to like paint all Christians bad, okay? But in my experience with this, with these people, okay, this particular group, the gang stalking type thing, it's always very dark and very creepy, okay? And I know that by me making these videos, and obviously if it's gotten to the point where you're at over 1,000 videos, okay, and I would never take anybody's apology very seriously after, like I said, after them doing all of this stuff to me. I would never take their apology seriously, but this is why. I'm trying to explain, like, when I talk about fundamentalism, this is the reason why. It's not, when you squash out the rights of women, even something like in this, and you're probably thinking, well, what's wrong with her making her wear a uniform to work? What's wrong with it? What is wrong with it? It's a form of harassment. In this case, it's got two forms of harassment to it. Number one, it doesn't matter if somebody thinks that I look nice in my clothes, okay, for example, nice in my clothes, like I'm spiffy. I think I look spiffy, okay, spiffy. I'm not trying to look sexy, but I think I look spiffy. I look presentable, right? Whatever, or they're trying to insinuate that I look nice in my clothes, so they're trying to tone me down or whatever. I still have the right to wear dresses or whatever. Or if a man is doing that to a woman, you're pointing attention to her and you're making her feel bad, like you're making her feel uncomfortable, when she shouldn't have the right to. She doesn't deserve to feel that way. She has the right to wear what all the other girls are wearing. She wants to have variety in her wardrobe, and she has the right to. So why should she have to limit her choices just because you're always being singled out, and it makes the people feel uncomfortable. In those environments, it's harassment. It's harassment when, like, this particular girl gets to wear her fake eyelashes and bright red lipstick, and people are scrutinizing. I have the right to do those things too. I shouldn't be the only one who gets called out for whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just the oversensitive. How can I say this? The lack of being sensitive, or just being insensitive about this issue, is so shocking to me, And like I said, when it comes to fundamentalist men, I get the feeling that they just outright bully their wives. They outright just bully their wives, and I think if fundamentalist men must make life hell for women. If that's the case, okay? Like, I've never been in a fundamentalist marriage, but I know the people who are so-called Christian in this group, and oh my God, you know what I mean? No, I didn't choose that, and you don't deny women their rights, because they might have to move away from danger, and you're preventing them to do that. I mean, imagine, like, if I was married to a dude who beat me, and I needed to go to a shelter, and you've got this man who thinks that I'm going to teach this woman a lesson, and they got, like I said, like, they got the homeless shelter, blocked off. They got the police blocked off because they told the police department that so-and-so's crazy, even though they're not. But they're crazy. They just make sure that this person seems like they're not credible. Okay, so it's a joke to these people, but this woman really needs help. You know what I mean? This is why it's so dangerous. This is why. This is why I can't get medical care. This is why, I don't, like I said, I don't deal with medical care anyway, okay? Unless, of course, it was something emergency, okay? Only time I would go there is if it's an emergency. I have loved the study of the human body, and I do a pretty good job of taking care of myself. Like, if I experiment with myself, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. I've always had an interest in the human body and, like, ailments and whatever. So if I get sick, I usually do start figuring things out, and I usually heal myself, I don't really, unless, of course, it's something that I really need insight into, then I would go to a doctor. And if the doctor, like, for example, the doctor noticed that I had, like, a clogged artery, I would definitely have to get some sort of help then, because I can't unclog it, you know what I mean? But I don't believe in, just going to get, I don't really trust medical care. I don't, okay? I don't trust anybody more than I trust myself, I have a lot of different interests, and I don't mind going to the vitamin shop, or going to the grocery store and doing my own thing. I'm very old school. Like, if I could live, like, in these old-fashioned ways, I probably would. Okay, but that's my choice. That's my choice, okay? And this is the life that I live. And, they were talking about how some women, well, not just some women, but some people have different hobbies. Like this one lady who likes her 1950s type lifestyle. All her things in her house are the 1950s. She dresses like the 1950s. She probably only listens to 50s music. Not exactly my favorite era, but this is what she likes to do. This is her passion. When she goes home, which she has the right to, escape from the fucked up world that's outside, why not step into a place that makes her feel at home, where she feels she can enjoy herself? I think when you're dealing with gang stalking, or just in people in general, okay, people like to control what other people do. They like to impose their likes, their tastes on other people, and they like to make other people miserable, And I've been thinking a lot about the workplace too, by the way. And I'm going to be completely honest how I feel about work at this moment. I feel very disturbed about it because, it's like I'm 52 years old and I'm not quite retirement age, but I'm getting close there. And, maybe it's because all I dealt with was stalking for such a very long time. And I hope it's only because of the stalking. But I know a lot of other people, and I've been reading a lot of articles about people who just really fucking can't stand the workplace. And it's sad because I used to really enjoy digging into work and doing all this, and being happy. And I would say this issue killed a lot of my happiness. It killed a lot of it. I don't want to manage anybody. If I end up going, I would prefer to work from home. Or do something hybrid, like, work from home, or go down to the offices of whatever people, and then figure out what they need, and then come back and work on whatever, and then go see people here and there. I don't really want to deal with being in an office environment for long periods of time. I got tired of being like the center of attention. I got tired of being the target of gossip. I got tired of all of that. And it wears you down. And people think that you're superhuman, that you can just do anything, because I'm a very strong person. You know what I mean? But they think to the point where they become like narcissistic, and they start doing really insensitive things. And this is why I'm in the situation I'm in. Because they've spread out their shit too long. 20 years down the road, look how much of the time these people have taken. They don't realize how fucking bad and how selfish they are. Like, to just consume somebody's time for that long of period of time. It's sick. It's very sick. But anyway, but I don't feel like I want to be at work like in the same way that I used to. I don't want to be responsible for anybody. And I just want to do my work and go home. But I do like the idea of kind of doing something from home, and obviously I'm working on what I'm working on. And this is new to me because it's like, I have to get clients and stuff like that. And I know that I feel as though the environment is polluted because people are, this whole Terry Collins bullshit and stuff like that. It's like, I have the right to live, bitch, okay? I have the fucking right to live. This little genocide game that she plays, it's disturbing to me. Please leave me alone. I have to get my life, I gotta get on with my life. And, I don't know. I hope people, and I know it's going to be very difficult for people to understand. It's very hard for people to put two and two together, but this really is a serious issue. I wish people would take domestic stalking more seriously. I think the domestic stalking month is coming up in October, and stalking, domestic violence. Domestic violence is coming up in October, and then the stalking awareness month is in January. And I did videos a few years ago, but I think that they're important because there's so many people who need help, and what you people think is funny is actually something that is causing terror to another person. It's terrorizing when somebody's playing with your life. Look how, these people thought this was such a fun game, or that they thought that they had the right to do something and abuse a person for over 10 years. I've lost of my life, where I could have moved on and done something else with my life. That's sickening right there. When I think about that, it's just, and the fact that they could deceive so many people, and the fact that that they were so just greedy and grabby and rapey. I mean, this is a sex trafficking issue as well. It's no wonder that I'm in the mental state that I'm in. It's no wonder. So, and I'm aware of me not being fully functional right now, and I'm not happy about it. I don't like making videos all the time and about the same issue over and over and over again, because there needs to be more to me than this. It's caused me problems because I don't have any other world other than what's fucked up from them. You know what I mean? It's like anytime you meet somebody, it's probably somebody carrying their message or their hello, or, and it's like, I fucking hate those people. I can't help it. I do. I hate them. And it's like, it doesn't seem logical that you're going to like somebody who would do something that fucked up. You can't. It just can't be. But anyway, from time to time, I'll make these videos. They make me feel better. And for a while anyway. They make me feel better for a while. But, yeah, my life is a struggle right now. It's a struggle. Because, like I said, I need to get my enthusiasm back. And it's very difficult to do when you're stuck in a house, and you have to question the people that you meet, and you're always thinking that the workplace is toxic. And it is. I mean, the workplace is toxic. Even though, like I said, there's people who are talking a lot about it, not necessarily victims of human trafficking, but they know. I mean, people really don't have the best work ethics, and they don't have the best behavioral traits at work. Management, it's not easy to manage people. I think the most difficult thing about managing people is, of course, the different personality types, okay? And it's one thing to be aware of it. They try to make a science into interacting with different personality types, but very few people have mastered that. If you can be aware of the different personality types, But to actually interact well with people of different personalities consistently to where it becomes like a normal pattern, it really, because people are, I don't know, deceptive assholes, it's not so simple. Like I said, just defining them is one thing, but like actually, I don't know. Just people are people. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to get ready for bed, hopefully, and then sleep, hoping to rest my mind. What I need, and some people are like, well, just throw yourself into work. It's the work issue that makes me sick. Okay? It is. It's the work issue that makes me sick. It's the job interview. It's the sick weirdos. I hate the gaslighting shit. I don't want to deal with that. I hate all of that. All because of some weirdo. It's like some weirdo that was completely unwanted, and it disturbed me, and it makes me feel like rape, and it makes me feel sick, and it makes me feel disturbed, and it was too much. Okay, it was too much. So anyway, wrapping it up.